Hello, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute. I want to start off with saying thank you to everyone's thoughts, well wishes, prayers, and concerns. I have been away for a while, and I wanted to try to get back into um, taping before too much time went by without me not recording. So, trigger warning. I was out of state for about 8 months. With cancer, so caregiver, and I just all the things. Okay, so without going too deep in my now, I don't want to get too much for someone who might be watching. I'm getting back into a routine. This is my cover, which I am going to prepare to switch out. I already think this month is August. So today is Tuesday, August 13th. This is the second half of my Hobonichi avec. I covered it because again, I just wanted something different, and I love Miss Moss stickers, and so I had a big jumbo sticker. Then I took other ones to fill it in because one day I was just bored, I think, and I just wanted to decorate the cover, and then I put some craft paper underneath. So since this is the first time I think I recorded in this one, I have some stickers from No White Space, and this is from Pop Stickers. This is from Cocoa and Fluff, and those stickers from here. I've covered up every stick every month. I think I need to go back and cover July because we are in August. So let me see. I'm gonna put a sticker in there for July, and I think this only be fitting that July went that way. Okay, so I am going to be planning for the week of August 12th in my Hobonichi, just to do a quick flip back over. I kept playing and I just wasn't recording videos, and it was kind of difficult. Initially, I was attempting to record videos when I wasn't as busy. It was a place for me to escape, but it was hard to upload. So this is the first week of July. I used some stickers from Hive Sticker Co. and did this spread. This is the 4th of July week and weekend. I didn't use any 4th of July kits. Ironically, I found myself being in Michigan again during this same week, 2 years in a row. So I just used some flowers. It was just pretty based on what was going on in my life, and even though that was the 4th of July, I just wanted the wildflowers as a spread. For the following week, July 7th through the 13th, it was the lemons. This is also from Hive Sticker Co. And it was a full week, and just trying to do all the things and be a caretaker. Um, Continuing that lemon theme out, was lemons, and these are from Hot Sticker Co. as well. Yeah, this is Hot Sticker Co. I think this is, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Hop Sticker Co. So I just continued that, and then the week of the 21st to the 27th, I used a uh, sticker printable, and this is from I Love to Print, and I had this in my bag. So that's how this week went. And this is the last week of July going into August. Is another kit from Hive Sticker Co. And it was Serene. I was headed back home. This is after the funeral, and the funeral was this week, and I just wanted something tranquil. So we made it back home the first weekend in August, and just being nostalgia, spending that much time at home. And this is a jam sticker kit by Sweet RT Designs. And so with that, for the week of August 11th, 12th, and 13th, today is the 13th, I am going to use a sticker kit again from Sweet RT Designs. It's a watermelon. It's the end of summer, wrapping up, and it's going that way. And I thought, what better time to use this kit? I think this is the second year I've had that. And I'm going to use some numbers from leftover Hop Sticker Co. because use all the things. I think that's what I'm going to use. Let me check. I think I have some other numbers close by. Let me check. I just trying to organize my desk. I do. I have some Simply Gilded Hearts, and I think I'll use that silver this time just because they're standing out. So I'm gonna put those back in there in my folder. I have some correction tape from the dollar store. It's back to school season, and they had all the back to school stuff. I have a couple of hauls that I'll share. But um, this is, let's see how this works. Um, it's the dollar store, so I don't have real high expectations. But let's see. I'm just gonna mute out these colors. So when I lay, and it probably wouldn't matter with this sticker because these are pretty opaque. Okay, it rolls good. I just wanted to try that out and do Monday because obviously Monday was a holiday or some significant day. All right, all right. So let's start with the headers. So I'm really just trying to get back in the swing thing. It is Wednesday, and I've just been playing it by ear with planning for this week. I knew I wanted to record the video, but um, I just couldn't get it together to do it earlier in the week or on the weekend. I'm evaluating that part of my life at this time just to decide when is the time that I'm gonna carve out and do my planning ahead of time. So um, that's what I'm running into at this point. So my family, we are still planning to move back to Texas. So things are going a little hectic. I just placed a big order for boxes because I hate scurrying around looking for boxes. I mean, there was one point in time that I had to do that. I had no choice, but thankfully that is not the case. So I purchased a big shipment of boxes to come in so we can finish boxing. I would say 1/3 of our house is packed up in boxes, but the remaining 2/3 are very essential portions, and we're trying to be very deliberate with the way we pack. So our goal, we were going to do home purchase, but then we decided, well, due to circumstances and things like that, um, with us being gone and out of the state, and not just having that time to do what we need to do, we decided that we're going to rent a year. And so that's kind of determining if and how we pack. Like, do we want to unpack a whole house after a year? So we're kind of divvying up where we use our essentials and have everything that we need basically for normal day-to-day living, but not long term, and not have to redo or repack all of those things when it's time to move into a home that we're purchasing. So that requires a lot of specific detail packing. And so that's where we are right now. We're doing the deliberate packing. I mean, if push comes to shove, if necessary, the boxes would be in our home, but it just won't be unpacked. So if we needed something specific, um, we're setting it up a way where we can determine exactly what's in each box or the type of things that's in the box, and that's deliberate, intentional planning. So technically, we're not moving till October, but in order to get that kind of packing completed, you have to start early and not procrastinate. And then when I have other things going on as well, I work full time, and and I have to still take care of remaining things um, that belong to my mother. And so I'm just being very strategic about uh, what's happening. So we have these pretty watermelon designs. I like a cute kit, and it's that time of year where the watermelon is really good and plentiful. Everybody has watermelons available for purchase, and I love watermelon. I've had watermelon twice this week, or three times this week, and we are only on Wednesday. So that just gives a little nod to how I love fruit. My husband cut up multiple fruits, and we had fruit salads, and it's a good way for me not to snack on junk food. So I'm putting that big wide strip over there, and I'm gonna take this shorter, skinnier, slimmer strip and put it on this side, and I'm going to cut that off so it's not over into the sidebar. And okay, we'll save that piece and then use a different one. I think we'll go the stack these up just as the same and get the same effect there. And use this lime green one at the top. And I like how that's turning out. So the first part of my week is pretty much memory keeping, and the second part of my week will be um, planning. Since today is Wednesday, all right. So we have that down. I think I'm going to be more conventional this week and do a checklist at each top of each day because I still have certain things I needed to complete each day of this week, and um, that's good. We'll do 5 of these, and then we'll leave the weekend open. So I'm going to mark it off as my top 4 things I wanted to accomplish and go from there. Let me see. Okay, put that there. And then for Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday is a little bit less um, daunting for me. Even though I still accomplish a lot of things on the weekend, it is at my leisure and not necessarily as on somebody else's time frame. So we'll put that there, weekend. And then let's see what we have going on here. I know that we already have pre-existing appointments um, that have to get taken care of. So I'm laying that sticker right there. Um, Made a phone call today. My daughter did heal successfully with the um, Inspire, the CPAP mechanism, and she gets that turned on tomorrow. And we have to drop off the other CPAP machine, the conventional one that most people are familiar with the mask and everything. So we drop that back off, and I'm gonna go down here and place that right there. I know that a lot of people or kids are going back to school. My grandkids went back to school last week. It was my grandson's first day of school at the big school, the head pre-K. He was very excited at first, and then it went downhill very quickly. But it took some adjustments, and he's still going through some sort of adjustment period, but he's getting better. Um, Me being a grandparent, I'm not there. I'm trying to help my daughter navigate little boys, and sometimes that's a little difficult. So, um, so it takes very strategic planning. Um, it takes strategic thought, rather, to make sure that you're doing positive reinforcing and making sure that things that are done, like acting out, showing out, or raging, or anything like that, is corrected. So, definitely a work in progress, and she's doing a great job. So I'm here for support. I'm not here to tell her how to raise her kids or how to and what to do, but to give support and give advice when asked. I don't press my will on her, and she and their father have to create that structure within their family. So, but we're here if needed. And so today it's my brother's birthday. It was also my dog's birthday. It's my husband's granny birthday. Rest in peace. And so today was just a busy day of birthdays. So put that birthday cake there. And let's see. I have this watermelon slice. And I think this is a great way to use as a marker. Um, I'm going to cut this end off of things to do this week. And put that over there. And let's see where we made phone calls. We made phone calls here. And working. The trash ran today. And it runs again on Friday. So we'll just put the Friday reminder since we only have one trash can. I think I have another trash can in my sticker book, so I have to come put that one back, put that one in later, but we'll mark that off trash. And then use these dots here to indicate key things I don't want to forget. So I'm going to space them out because I did use some of that whiff to actually put the watermelon border down. So let's skip a couple spaces and put that here and make my little to remember, to do, to watch, or don't forget list. Um, I do tracking in my other book, pretty much my health book. I've had to check my blood pressure every day because when I came back from Michigan, I had an appointment for a follow up with my doctor, and boy, was my blood pressure through the roof. And normally, I don't have high blood pressure, but given the circumstances I was under, she didn't take any action or didn't want to take any action based on that. She knew what I was going through or what I had been through. So she told me to just track it every day, and when I come back, I have to show her my numbers. So um, I've been really in my health count planner daily, pretty much, and writing down my emotions and writing down things that I'm going through. So we did a planner time on Wednesday for a change. I had no Bible study today because, well, the church Bible study are off for the summer and they won't be resuming to September. So I'm using that time for that. I know I want to put Riri midweek check in. Hey Riri. Riri sent me a beautiful card or envelope, Happy Meal, and it had so many beautiful stickers, and I was shocked and pleased and surprised to have received that. And I just want to tell thank you so much for thinking of me. They recently had their Real Talk, Real Plans first meetup, and from everything I could see on social media, it went well, and it was a beautiful outcome. So I'm really happy for Riri and Coco. Then, um, let's see, we put the clean house down. Um, I need to do some replanting to my plants because, okay, uh, so a lot of things happened in that time. Uh, I was in Michigan, and while me and my husband were in Michigan, after like the fourth day, we were there trying to see about my mother's health. My son, who um, lives out this way, had a heat stroke, and so uh, he was rushed to the hospital, and that was very traumatic for him, and it did some significant hits to his body. And so my husband made sure to leave as soon as he possibly could and get down there to him. And he was in ICU for 5 days, and then he was in the regular room for 3. And my husband pretty much stayed by his side. And in that time being, we forgot to ask for someone to come by the house to do some plant watering, which is basically all on us, but we just can't think of everything. Um, so he watered the plants when he came down to the house, but then the time frame from where he left and came back to Michigan, there was significant time where the waters weren't, where the plants were not watered. So I tended to them really thoroughly this past weekend. I think I need to repot some plants and take care of them this weekend and prepare them. I need to get them really healthy so that they can be prepared for the move. And I know that's going to take some acclimation for them. They're house plants and they sit in the sun. They sit in the all shadow of sun. So they have sun in the morning, and then in the afternoons, um, they just chill out in light. But um, trying to figure out, what's the proper way to make this transition less stressful on my plants because some of my plants are 10 years old. I don't want them to have any damage. So I know that's something I need to do with that. So I have these stickers left over from the kit, and I would just most likely use them in my dailies in the back of my book. And so I can do a quick flip through before I go forward. Um, since this is a new book and this is my first video in this book, this is my July cover page. And basically I did have some red, white, and blue stickers to fill in uh, to do decor. um, I used some printable stickers for certain days and some Hive sticker code for others. um, this is another printable kit and more printables and stickers from my Temu haul. um, This is just me journaling. Could imagine that I had a lot to journal, a lot of things to write down, some Hive sticker code, and lemon drops. And we celebrated our anniversary in Michigan as well, 26 years of marriage. More journaling and more wildflowers. And this is the day my mom left this earth. And so I journaled that day and days to come of business and how I was holding up. And it was just a really good outlet for me to go to put down. This These were backdated. Like I did them after we got back to Virginia, and um, just capturing the things that went on those days. Tough days, but better days ahead. I really like how that turned out. Um, and this one was another one. This is the day of the family hour, and that was the day of my mom's homegoing celebration. So, and then we had a cookout. So that was the month of July. In August, here we go. It's just been a little sporadic. This is all while I was at home, and I've just been trying to just journal to keep my brain clear of all the thoughts. And the 12th and 13th, and that's where I'll use these stickers back here and put those right there. So going back to this page, I think I want to add a couple things, make this fairly fast. I want to put down an extra um, uh, okay, I want to use one of these grandma stickers because grandma was doing a lot of grandma things this weekend, and I'm gonna write that down. And I'm grandma, and I just want to make sure I wrote that down. I talked to a very dear friend of mine that I hadn't talked to in a long time. It's been about 7 years, and I had a conversation with them today, and it was very touching. And I'm going to make it my business to make sure I stay in touch with her. And I want to write that down. Decluttering, because that is the mood in between every weekend from here till we leave will be some form of decluttering and boxing stuff up and brainstorming, because we have to be strategic about how we're going to do this move and how we make the timeline work. So creative moment, sending emails. That's what I have been doing since I have been back. That was today. Let's see, we put this email over here. We've been doing inbox cleanup. It's just been one thing after the next. When you're handling the estate or the effects of someone after their passing, it can be quite heavy. And I've just been trying to do it in stride and Um, just try to keep my focus, try to stay present in what's going on in my life, my home, and then also keeping up with the things that's going on or the things that need to be taken care of in other places. So put that sticker there, and I think there's a trash can. That all came together fairly fast. So here's one trash can, and here's another. I'm gonna put that right there so I can write that in. I have done a good amount of um, pen shopping and buying pens and trying out new pens and some I just because I've been writing so much and doing so many things. Uh, I've always been drawn to the pen section, especially when I go into a new store. And I'm gonna put a clip in of the pens that I bought from Five Below right here. Bought these pens, and I ended up picking up a black pen, and I'll swatch these at the end right along with these. These are both at Five Below. These gelassies, I like these, and black, it writes really smooth. And then I saw Tiffany plans with this, and I had to get some of these fountain pens, some color fountain pens. Not too expensive, so I'll swatch those at the first. I'll open these up, and this is the color fountain pen, 8 colored inks, ink cartridge, and here are all the colors. These are $6. These, I think, these are made in China. There's the info. Let me pull these out and I'll be right back. Hey, I just want to show that this is easy. So you get the pen, and then the insert is inside the little cartridge, and you stick the cartridge in here, and here it pop, and you screw it back together. And I'm gonna let those sit. I just wanted to show an example of how you would put the ink in. I hope that you enjoy that. And these are the pens that um, they write really wet. They're really juicy. So, like for example, right. So they write really juicy. There's some shadowing, not but no bleed through. Um, and so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this pink. Let's see how this works out for me. We can do the smaller stuff. Might have to go back to. Now I'm even worried about if I want to write with this. I'm probably just gonna let's try. Let's try. Let's see. So trash day, and then send email. Talk to Sherry. Hey, Sherry. I confirmed return procedures for CPAP. I think on the stickers I need to write with a gel pen, not this fountain pen, because it's really wet, and that paper that the stickers are printed on it bleeds. So clear out emails because it was my first day back to work this week. It was my first day back, and it was a lot of emails to go through. So first day back. I'm gonna speed through these, and I'll be right back. I have added what I could from what happened already this week, and then I went and wrote in the future data stuff. Everything that was a sticker, I decided after I wrote here with the fountain pen that it lets the ink run, that I went to my Sharpie S Gel to write, but it works good on the Toronto River paper, but not on the stickers necessarily. I have a pretty solid week. It's nothing pretty for what has been trending like for the last month or so. It's been busy, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. And if you like my videos, like my content, please give me a comment, leave a comment down below what you're looking forward to accomplishing in August, and give me something that you might be grateful for, because I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything, even though it might not always sound like it or feel like it, but I am grateful. So please like, share, and subscribe to this video, to my video. I'll see you in the next one.